Hey everyone. So, I have another thing that I would like to talk about, try to make more people aware, more people understand. Maybe something can be done about it. Maybe there already is something done about it. I don't know. It's been a thing that I've wanted to talk about for a while because it just really doesn't make sense. Um, but why there's no program, there's no assistance, there's no help, nothing when you have a child that, like me, my son's autistic, that basically has like a food sensory issue. They have a hard time with certain textures, certain colors of foods, things that basically make it hard for them to eat, but also the parent to feed them. Um, Okay, so I'm gonna like try and break everything down because I know that assistance gives you money for food, but that's like basic amount because I mean there's inflation that's now a huge issue. So groceries are going up and it's not like assistance gives you like, oh, you know, groceries are going up. Here's an extra, I don't know, $50 for the month or whatever every time that happens. Um, but I guess like you do get the once in a while money from the government, like that $200 that they're talking about that's going back to parents and all that next year. Like, oh, okay, that's great. That's gonna help me next year for like a month. That's not gonna make a huge difference. Um, and I'm like, I don't even really think that's directly like okay, so on some good news that kind of relates to the situation, Easter seals. So I applied to Easter seals because my son is still in pull-ups. So he just got in pull-ups not too long ago. We did start potty training, so there has been some progress with that. I don't want to get to that. That's another video for another time. Um, but it's been really hard on me trying to even like make sure I eat and I get a good sleep and eat healthy and do the things that I need to take care of my kid. And I'll admit I don't even know what the word is. I don't want to say that I was like I don't know, procrastinating in it. Wasn't that I didn't want to do it because I was sitting there thinking about it every single day and like it was eating me alive, that I'm giving myself major anxiety and like making myself feel bad about myself because I'm like I haven't been doing it. Anyways, besides the whole point, we've started it, so that has been started. Anyway, so at least with autistic kids, children with disabilities being in diapers, pull ups, Easter seals does something about it. Okay, so I just got granted with them to get the checks every 6 months of $400, and that they're gonna check in like 2026. They want 4 months receipts to prove that like your kid's still in pull-ups or whatever. um So then there's also there's a top-up grant that I could apply for. So that's good. There's also like this other part because they said that nighttime doesn't apply for assistance, like help with that, covering that basically. But something about if your child is under 6, you can apply for some. So I'm like, I'm gonna do that because I've been trying to get on to potty training him, but I've been like super exhausted and just I don't want to explain like that. People are probably gonna say something stupid like you're just a lazy mom, blah 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 blah. I don't want to explain all that. If someone wants to be kind and just is curious, I'll answer that, or maybe I'll eventually make my own video about that. But besides all the point, the good part is that finally we got granted for that. The whole explanation is why is there Easter seals can acknowledge that autistic children clearly still need pull-ups, need help with parents still need help with like affording diapers because like by the time they're like the age of like 3 and 4, they're supposed to be they're supposed to be by society standards, starting to comprehend the whole thing of like potty training. Like, okay, I understand that, but autistic kids clearly learn slower. They need more time to grasp the concept of things, which is fine. That's great. But I'm like, why can that like why whoever made Easter seals, whoever granted that to be a thing, why isn't there a program made for children with autism that clearly is an issue? I see it all over social media that our kids are eating crackers and there's safe foods like chicken nuggets, and then you get doctors trying to tell us, like I seen a video again on TikTok of a doctor being like, I understand what you parents go through, blah 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 blah, but you really got to try to get your kids to eat a healthy foods. It's like, do you even understand what you're saying? Like, do you even understand the struggles that we can't? Like, luckily, I will say that my son will eat those like little food pack thingies that are like blueberry, um, I can't even think. Like some of them are strawberry, zucchini, spinach. They're all different packs. I need to get a drink because first of all, I'm talking a mile a minute, and second of all, I'm also trying to make smiley fries for my son for lunch. So mom duties are calling and I need a drink. I'll be right back. Oh, much better. Good old iced tea. I'm slowly setting up for Christmas. I don't know if y'all can see, I got my Christmas blanket on here. I gotta eventually take this stuff down. Before I forget, I'm gonna write that down. 1 second. I'm trying to make sure that I write down my to-do list. Take down Hello Kitty stuff. If I don't write it down now, I will always forget, and I'm trying to be more on top of things. But I just wanted to quickly show y'all. Got my giant list. Some of these I kind of want to get done today. So I'm working on one of them right now, which is this. But these are all the things that I want to finally catch up on since I haven't had time to myself for so long. And now that my son is finally going to school full days and enjoying it, thank goodness, it's making that a lot easier. Anyways, yeah, so moral of this whole story is like assistance, I know they give me like I don't even know how much it is, like I think close to $1,000. I honestly I don't know. Like there could be say because I get like 1,000 or whatever from assistance, and then you get like an extra like close to $500 or something because I get like close to $1,500 around the 30th or like whatever, like the day before the first, because that's how assistance is. And then that money, the extra 500 or whatever from like children with severe disabilities and all that, um, that comes around. So I guess like that money technically I like it is used for groceries and stuff. Like yeah, it's not enough first of all because I've like right now I'm falling but I haven't been able to work. At least my son is finally going to school full days like I said. So I'm slowly working on like getting back into work, getting back into making money, but I'm like still kind of struggling with that. Hopefully all this changes the more that he goes to school. But either way, they're like The application form that you apply for, they're all for different things. So you get money for getting your child like to and from school. If you have issues, like when I was getting him to his preschool because it was in a different town, like they give you like so much money to help you with that. They I think they give you like a little tiny bit of money to go towards food, but I remember talking to whoever like works that program system, and they were like, "Well, we don't actually cover that. Like there is no actual program for children that don't eat because technically it's not seen as an issue." That is my whole point. So it's not the fact that, yeah, there might be a little bit of money here and there that I can use towards groceries. There like extra food costs for my son. I probably like I from assistance I get a bit of money like that's supposed to go towards my groceries, which it does. But my point is like right now, like okay, I this is my fault. And when I went to the Taboo show, I was waiting to get money, and I got it when I was at the show. It was like around the 20th or whatever. So that's when I was getting the money that you get for just having like a kid from the government or whatever. Um, and I borrowed $50 from my mom, and I forgot about that $50. So then the next time I got my money, I guess or whatever, I was going to borrow $50 from her again. She's like, "Oh, you still owe me $50 from last time." And I'm like, "Oh crap." So I had to pay her $100 plus she went to Costco for me, and I had to pay her back like the $80 that she spent for me at Costco. All I bought was pesto the pesto sauce, which I usually use for my chicken, so that's counted as for me like trying to make dinner more, eat at home, so I'm not spending like more food on groceries. I also use it for my spaghetti, and I like to find other things to use it in. So it's a good size thing for like I don't even know. I think it's like almost $20. It's like 60, but it lasts a long time. So to me, it's like that's worth it. I got pull-ups. No, I got my mom to get more wipes, not pull-ups. Wipes, laundry detergent, and I think one other thing. And that came to $80. So it's not like I was buying like luxury items, things that I didn't need, anything like that. Like they were grocery items. And now I can't pay my phone bill. I am I owe my mom more money, like $50 from buying pull-ups with her card, then $20 I owe her. I've been borrowing a little bit of money from my man, but luckily he's like, "Don't worry about it. You don't have to pay me back." But I still kind of want to, or at least like give him some money towards whatever he loaned me. Um, Luckily my grandmother gave me $50 the other day. That was just like I didn't ask for it, so it was just a gift, you know? Um but again, like I'm hoping that after Tuesday or after Wednesday when I get my money and like I try to get back into the flow of like being careful with my money and like watching what I'm doing, like that'll change. Anyways, I keep dragging off because I'm trying to explain all different parts of this thing. I just don't understand why there isn't any program for that because I I do understand that there are people with disabilities that they literally cannot even feed themselves. I get that. And of course, I'm not trying to take from them. Yes, they deserve help. They deserve well, I guess they would have a PSW worker, or I'm trying to think of how my old ex-friend Brian, his daughter Judy, because she can't really feed herself. Like she can't move her like I think she can move her hands, but she can't actually like grip and hold on to things and like, she can move a little bit, but she doesn't actually have enough motor function to like so the government basically gives her enough money. I understand she's like she doesn't live with her parents and stuff like that. But again, that draws back to, well, in her life, she had a two-parent household, which I've made a video about, which I don't understand why the government bases things off of everything off of a two-parent household when it's not. And then see everything drags into one thing, into another, and then there's like court stuff, and it's like, well, then get your baby dad to pay up. Oh, I'm trying to. Well, I gotta catch up with this and that, blah 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 blah. Blah. And again, this is another video for a different time. I'm working on those things, one thing at a time. This is how my brain gets overloaded, and I start crying because, yeah. again, either way, the government or whoever should not be basing things off a two-parent household. Like, I'm doing this by myself. So why is her disability acknowledged as, oh, you have such a disability that we're going to give you enough money that you can hire a PSW that is there 24/7. She has one 24/7, and I understand she totally deserves that. Again, I'm not trying to take away from her or anybody else that needs that. They deserve that. But that's basically being like, oh, my son's disability is like, oh, they. I don't know how to explain it. There was a way that I was thinking about it before that I always had like a major point with it, and now I can't really think of it. And I'm like, well, either way, the whole point is like you're saying that yes, their disabilities are different, but you're saying that he does not have an issue with eating. And I'm like, but he does. And he's not the only autistic kid that has an issue with eating. It's like we're the only people that struggle with that. So why isn't there somewhere acknowledgement? There should be. That program that I'm telling you, the one that's the severe disabilities program, um that you can kind of apply to for help for different things, like if you're taking them to soccer or like swimming lessons, like they'll help you pay to get travel to. But them saying, oh, we don't know why that shouldn't be a thing. They should be like, yes, we completely acknowledge that your children have somewhat of an issue. I'm not saying that they have a big of an issue of like people like Judy, like my ex-friend's daughter. I'm not saying that his disability is that high of a disability, but it's not the same as somebody who doesn't have autism, who can clearly, like, my boyfriend's daughter, she's not autistic. She could feed herself. They have, it's a two-parent, not household, but like the mother and the father are both there, right? And either way, it wouldn't have mattered if both parents were still there. She would, if she was autistic and had an issue with eating food, it would, the same thing would apply. And I'd be like, so why isn't there some sort of program being like, oh, your child, again, so not even program, but some sort of recognition, because there is a slight program, but again, they want to say, no, that's not an issue, but it is an issue. And it's not an issue as big as some people, but it is a big an issue as like it's in the middle. Like it's not down where my boyfriend's daughter is. She could feed herself. She figured all that out. She's good with that. Okay. And it's not way up where Brian's daughter is. No, but it is in the middle. So there should be some sort of recognition for that. And if Easter Seals can make some sort of recognition to the whole diaper thing, okay, why isn't there any other program for that? Like that. And it just really bothers me. And then I guess I'm starting to like doubt myself and think that it's all me, and that's what this whole issue does, is because I'm thinking, well, there is kind of a thing for helping us buy the groceries that we need for our kid, but there isn't. Because as I've told you, I remember talking to them on the phone, and that's what I was trying to fight for. And they were like, no, we don't really recognize that as an issue because they can be taught to do that. Yeah, they can just be taught to like the foods that they're have sensory issues to. Yeah, totally, right? It's so easy. Like these people clearly they don't know what they're talking about because they're not the ones who actually deal with autistic kids. And unless they are, then I need them to speak the hell up because like why you should know that then. Like anyways, I'm going to end it there because this is almost 20 minutes. Hopefully I've made a decent point. Um, again, I'm just really hoping that anyone who sees this video, if you can share it on any of your social medias, please. If you can like the video, comment, anything just to help spread more awareness. Um, try to help people understand. Don't be those judgmental a-holes that see this video and just assume that you know all the answers and that, I'm just being lazy or what. People are going to say what they're going to say, I mean, no matter what, but try to be understanding, I can't explain every single detail in one video because I'm just going to be sitting here talking forever. If there's something here that doesn't make sense to you, simply ask, Why are you struggling with potty training? Why are you struggling with getting him to eat certain things? Why is this an issue? This is what we as parents with children with disabilities want you to ask us, you know? It doesn't hurt to ask. It hurts to just assume that you know better than us than what we have been dealing with. No, I'm not an expert, but I've been dealing with this for at least 2 years, almost 3 years now, and I do have quite a lot of knowledge about it because I'm the one seeing everything. I'm the one realizing what affects him, what his autism like signs and triggers are, and what aren't. So, and I'm the one who's seeing what I'm struggling with, what I'm dealing with on a daily. So yeah. Anyways, again, I'm trying to wrap this up. So, again, I am looking for different kinds of support, whatever you guys can do. If it's just following me, if you guys can like subscribe to my OF, if people ever want me to like, I don't know, maybe do a GoFundMe because I do want to start like using the money that I get to help bring more awareness to these situations, start like helping people out. So if people want to help me, even if it's more of like, okay, let's say there's a cosplay that, because I do cosplay and makeup, if there's something like that that you want to see me do, help me get more of like that stuff out so it brings more viewers of just to see the cosplay, but it brings more viewers to see what's going on in my life, and more people slowly can bring more awareness to like what we are dealing with, and hopefully we can make a huge difference in the world, or at least in Ontario, in Canada, because I don't know, just yeah, whatever is going on is it doesn't make sense. So whatever way you can support, if it's through buying my videos, through my work, if it's through liking videos here, sharing them, following me on social media, um whatever way you can show support is greatly appreciated. And yeah, I think I'm gonna stop rambling here. So thank you very much for watching. Y'all have a great day. Bye.